Alright, so hey, this is Way to Fail. We're playing another game today. That game is Darkest Dungeon, and if you're unfamiliar with this game, just know there's a lot to go into with it, and I've always kind of enjoyed with these kind of games being a little bit more demonstrative than anything. The basic premise is that it's a roguelike in a lot of ways that roguelikes are, and you have a party, you take them to various places, you come back to town, hopefully with treasure, and it's all is well and good, except for the fact that it's really freaking hard and your people will end up going crazy eventually, as you can see some of the little chat bubbles up here. So I have the Darkest Era estate is what I'm calling myself here. But just before, this is not my first game that I've played of this. I did get a little bit of a know-how of what to do here, but you can see I do have a full roster right here, but most of them are in town. We'll talk about what that means a little bit later. Probably the best place to go here is actually just to start. So you can see that we're actually looking for deeds, and we have some deeds here. Actually, probably need to get some portraits as well. You can get rewards for quests just to upgrade your different facilities, and deeds tend to be kind of the early game stopgap here. So I'm actually going to be playing in the Weld today, which is the sort of forest in front of the estate. And you can see this game's early access. The Cove and the Darkest Dungeon are not available just yet. But I'm going to be taking kind of a standard fair party first. Sorry for the boringness here, but Reynold, which I'm not really adjusting names or anything like that just yet here. But Warrior of Light, Crusader, things like that, front row attacker. And then I'm definitely taking Strivlin, who's someone that I have not actually used before. I'm going to put you in row 2. And then Dismas, who is the other character that you kind of start with here. And there's, like I said, a lot to talk about as we go in here. This isn't so much a beginner stream as it is just a, hey, let's see where we're going with this stream. So we have the different choice here between Mary and Darcy, who are Vestals, and those were healers here, but neither of these characters are particularly suited for the back row. I mean, I'd love to put them in row 3, but it's just everyone else is resting, so I'd love to have someone with Divine Grace, which is the individual here, but I have not been blessed with that. So we're going to probably go ahead and take Mary here again, since this is my first time, or not my first time in the world, but one of the first times here. So you get your party of 4, it's all well and good, and then you go to the provision screen, and I'm going on a, let me double check here, this should be a short one. Yeah, you have short, apprentice level 1, and you can do other things that are short here, but we're starting with just trying to clear all the room battles, which inevitably one of the room battles will be at the very end here. Next step is provisions. You always want food. For short, I take 8. If you want to be really hardcore, you can take torches. I will be probably doing something more along the lines of dark runs later, but for now, I'm just trying to survive here a little bit. So I'm going to take 1 bandage just as a matter of course. My economy is pretty healthy this early in the game here. You don't want to zero this out as much as possible, because if your party dies, you get nothing. And one of the things in the early games that you really, really, really want to focus on actually surviving and thriving. So we're going to the Weld. Beware the market deck that fungal artillery can put at you. It tells the fungal zombies, brethren, what to kill, and they will crit the shit out of you. So yeah, for those of you that are familiar with this game, it's just going to be a bit of a me walking through here, and for those of you unfamiliar with this game, well, you can enjoy some of the narration in the background that I'll be talking over here. Radiancy, the light's pretty important here, and there are strategies that deal with not having any light at all. But we have our equipment here, and pretty much it's just a dungeon crawler, and it's very well executed. But we're going to get kind of into that, starting with moving forward here. Now, I do not like Reynold actually looting things, because he's a kleptomaniac, and he steals every freaking thing. So we're going to select someone to get this mummified remains, and the hero becomes diseased, which fortunately he avoided that. So go back to the map, and we don't necessarily know what's on here, which traps everything else. And we'll see. Package contains loot. Those little things that pop up are actually little stress meters. Stress, if it goes up to 100, can cause bad things to happen. Let's hear holy water and jade. So if we run away right now, we'd be leaving with 500 gold, which is not what we're planning on doing. And a fight right away. See, that wasn't marked on the map. And worse is that we're surprised, even though the monster is supposed to be surprised. Now, what sucks about this is that Reynold has no attacks from the back row, so I'm going to have to waste my time working his way up. She can survive on the second row. He's not so great on the first row, but we're just going to have to deal with what we have here. Now, Dismas does not have Duelist Advance, but he does have Grape Shot, which is good AoE damage if everyone doesn't dodge it, which inevitably they'll dodge it. So we're going to have to work with trying to get my frontline guy back up here, which is going to waste some turns. But let's see here. I can pull you to the front. Now, what I could try and use is have some people getting pulled to the back. But let's see here. Dodge, dodge, dodge right away. The dice rolls in this game are rough, to say the least. So he's going to get pushed back, and now let's see here. Crit. Anytime you get critted, you get stressed, so that's not great. And all she has is Mace Bash. And I feel like I should hit something, but she really should go back one. So I'm going to be wasting some turns moving my people forward and backward. It's not ideal. But we can flashbang. Can we flashbang everybody? Kind of. Let's flashbang you. And you're stunned. Flashbang has a great stun modifier, so open vein on the undead is not really going to do anything, so that was kind of a misplay. Undead have no bleed, or there's all kinds of resistances. If you have 100% bleed resist, you're pretty much not going to get bled. I don't mind him getting knocked back. And see, we're just going to be able to rearrange our party eventually here. Bump in the night. Right now my party's doing okay. And anytime you're stunned, you just lose a turn that way. So let's move you back again. We can get on the heels here before long. Do I want a smite or do I want a stunning blow? I could probably do Zealous Accusation and kill somebody, so let's try that. Yay! Holding up that script. Or scripture does good things, apparently, so cut, cut. You're dead. And flashbang again. Still useful as a flashbang. I do believe the Bounty Hunter has a base 200% stun. Yeah, stun base flashbang is 100%. So stun resist, there's no diminishing turns on that yet. Expect that to change. Group heal for everybody, just a little bit. And you're dead. You're not dead yet. You're almost dead. Might as well just bash you in the face. Now we're down to 76 light, and we got 2 deeds and 1100 of the monies. We're just going to rearrange our party, put the healer back in the back, although she can be good in any of the 3 rows, which is what this stuff kind of means here. But typically I try and keep my healers in the back, even not so much because that makes them safer, just seems to be a good idea. Alright, so room encounter here. Now our mission in this dungeon is to end all room encounters, and once again I'm not surprising any monsters at this point. I could potentially kill a few things here just by doing the spread out damage, but they dodge again. I've had some shitty luck with dodges so far already. Let's just see if we can kill some of these webbers. We're not going to. Now, thing is that once they web you, I believe that stuns and marks you, which means we are liable to get crit like hell. So let's see here. Damage minus 50, accuracy plus 80, but we are looking for a kill shot here. So there we go. 1 kill, a little bit of torchlight. Anything we can do to get these bat guys off the back. So they're all targeting you. 8 damage sucks, especially when I don't have a specific heal. Alright, so let's kill the spitters. Crit for 26. That's what we like to see. Crushed by justice. And round 2. Okay, group heal is not going to do too much here. Can self-heal a little bit. Let's start with the spitter. Unfortunately, he got stunned at just the wrong time. But anytime you see that little glow up there, that means we're happy we're getting a little more light. So you're double marked. Now he's stunned. I could just flashbang you and play it really safe. So both stunned and flashbang actually knocked him back as well. So let's see if we can double kill. There we go. Alright. So don't know if I have anyone in chat yet. I'm actually trying to run a slightly different setup here. But the important thing is that this video will go up later if you happen to miss it. So I do appreciate anybody that is coming by or watching or anything like that. Scouting's pretty nice because it does give you some extra information. But we are looking for any room encounters, and unfortunately, this could be the last one. It might not be. Dungeon's small enough to where it could be. So anytime we have treasure here, we're not letting our klepto get it. There's loot. Hooray. Now, if you let your light go down far enough, you'll start getting loot bonuses, but your opponents will be a lot stronger as well. So we don't always want to do that. And more heirlooms. So we're getting lots of deeds. Like I said, sometimes I just like kind of diving into this kind of thing. Alright. So at least so far things are looking pretty well. There's another encounter, but they're surprised, which means we get a free attack. Now I could pull some of these guys up front, but there's really not a lot of reason to. The rabid gnashers, their big thing is that they gnash you like little rabid puppies, and it hurts. And they jump to the front anytime they attack, and it's really annoying. So let's see here. Let's see if we can... Nope. No stun there. If I can get 2 AoEs... There's one. The other? Third, 3 for 3. This is 75% base accuracy. There we go. Plus they're surprised. I feel like I should be able to get some kind of initiative. 2 is much better than 4 to take on. Now I could flashbang here, but probably better just to kill. I may take a little damage in the process because these guys have speed 8. They're fast. But I did not get rabbited, so sneak in the heal. And open vein should do it. Or at least the bleed damage is going to... Oh, no bleed damage. Alright, well, no stun either. Well, getting trolled just a little bit. But that's the game for you. If I'm just 3 dodges in a row like this with 1 enemy left, I'm not getting trolled that hard. Especially when I'm dodging as well. I may actually be able to sneak another heal in here, which is great. Party group heals are always nice, especially when I don't have anything that I can focus on. Yeah, pretty good. So, more monies. And chest of the family sigil. And for once it's not trapped. Usually these things are freaking trapped. So we can only carry up to so much of here. So we'll see what the next room contains. We are a little bit low, and we're going to have 1 encounter in the hallway next. So let's see. 81, I'm okay. There's our fight. Ectoplasms are fun because they will turn into much bigger creatures. So let's see if we can just take on the bone rabble. And these guys... Oh, wow! Actual slime crit. That's annoying. So AoE. Of course, I don't kill anybody. It's a little annoying, but... Could... Let's see here. I can't come over here and kill him right away. I do want to kill this guy ASAP, so... Don't resist, please. Of course he's going to resist. But we're not doing so bad. I mean, I've had to deal with much, much worse, but we'll have to see. We'll have to hope for the AoE to do justice, and it does. Please don't split before I can go. You're a level 1 Eldritch, so I should just be able to knife you in the face. There we go. Alright, so even the narrator's like, okay, we're going to be successful here. We are romping through things. So I don't have anyone who's necrophilic and is obsessed with corpses. So let's look here, and the treasures are encased within the remains, so 25 monies. And my people are starting to get a little stressed because it's getting darker. Anytime you walk, anytime you take time, it gets darker, so light a torch. Makes life a lot easier. Maybe a little too easy, some people would say. So here's our other fight here. Is this the last encounter of the dungeon? I don't know. But let's start with... that's a good start. And if I can move one of these fungal artillery closer to the front, that'd be nice, but I think it's safer just to flashbang this. Stun is great. Stun is very powerful, maybe too powerful. Marking, on the other hand, can be really tough because that increases the damage you take and the potential for crit. So let's see here. Dazzling Light on you. We stun their front line. There we go. A little bit of control there. So any damage we can prevent, Rain of Blight, I don't care too much. Don't think I have... Oh, I care even less when there's that. So, question is, do I go for the Zealous Accusation? Yeah, 1 kill. I think we do it. That was a really lucky 7 damage on the other one. Alright, so flashbang again. I think it's probably better just to go for the kill. You gotta know when to start stunning, you gotta know when to just finish the game. Because Escape Cloud is a very weak ability up front, unless, of course, you get blighted and pooped on all to hell. So please bleed, thank you. Bleed is damage over time. And let's see here, you have how much health? 5 health. I was hoping for maybe the kill shot on the other one. Sneak and heal. So like I said, we'll talk about the mechanics a little bit as we go on here. I kind of like doing a playthrough first just to show this is what the game looks like when it plays, and I'm a little blighted. Do I have... Once again, I don't have anything that can help with the blight. Well, we got you up front, so We are going to go for the grape shot if it does come available to us. Maybe could have gone for the kill there, but I have faith in my ability to take you out. Now, Escape Cloud, you may notice, like, well, where is he running from? He's not really running. That sucks. I have stacking Blight here, but... And this guy does not have a self-heal. Some of them do. I'm going to go for the double kill, and they'll dodge, because they're little mushrooms with feet. So one of them's dead. Not the one with bleed. So we'll see if we get triple blighted. No, we resist, so that's good. There's classes that can there's classes and items that can heal blight, and they're good to bring on the weld, but that's not what I brought here because the only one that I actually have needs to rest, which we'll talk about rest means possibly after this fight. So it's here. I like the little text here as well. Gold. Gold greases palms, builds empires, and instigates murders. Emerald, green like molten envy. Jade, dull like green rotting flesh. Yay. So no, we don't have all the room battles done yet. That's a little bit surprising. So I'll move down here. And what's in the pack? It contains loot, and that's extra food. We're probably going to get a hunger check here in just a minute. Wow, okay, that's a lot of blight damage all at once. Nothing much we can do about it other than fighting maggots. This is like a blessing, pretty much. Except unless they like blight the crap out of me. Wow, it's the most I've seen a maggot hit in a while. Alright, well. I'll crit you back. Now you'll notice I don't have healing items here, so... We may actually be running out of inventory space. What the... Wow. Alright, well... Let's see if we can get you guys taken down here in a hurry. Because you all are just... these are the angriest maggots I've seen in this game. They're just on a crit rampage. And once again, I don't have something that I can specifically heal people. I can only heal over time briefly. So yeah, overconfidence is is a bitch. I've gone from, oh, I'm doing so well, to I might lose my bounty hunter. Granted, he's level 0. He has Flashbang, which is good, and he has Come Hither, which is good. So he has kind of the core abilities. But otherwise, I'm not super... Well, these guys are replaceable cogs, is really what the game boils down to. We'll light a torch before going into the room just to try and see if we can surprise an encounter, if there's an encounter in there to be had. And no. Alright, so we can't unfortunately auto-select to go all the way this way. So it looks like it's going to be another dungeon where I have to explore every single room. And I've actually encountered in the past here, these hallways aren't always safe. Sometimes there are other roving people here, but there is 5% health increase, which is actually 2 health for you. Yay! And now we'll just move this up here. And like I said, there's a lot to talk about, but at this point we're just focusing more on clearing areas here. Now that's why I brought a shovel here, because if I didn't bring that, I would have had to sit and dig and take damage. And Strivlin may have actually been on death's door, which would have been hilarious. So corpse and more treasure. We get bust and gold. Yeah, we're actually almost out of space. It's a good problem to have, I guess. Not using the bandages. This is probably the last encounter. And we're surprised, because I let things go a little too long, but the surprise is not too awful here. There's worse things to be had here, so we're just going to go with the pistol shot and the almost in the face. We're going to go for an AoE play here. Wow! That is something good on my end. Now I could have flashbanged and probably been a lot safer. But we're going to see here, is he going to turn into another jelly? Yes, so I should have flashbanged there. That's where these guys get really annoying. If you do not take care of them, they will eventually turn into big, scary things. So, yeah, unfortunately, I can only shoot the one in the back. So let's see if we can take out the one. Nope. There we go. So you're stunned. You're not going to reproduce. Not this turn, at least. If you go next turn, I'll be a little sad. And I cannot actually shoot anymore, so let's take aim. I don't need you anymore. Alright, so flashbang again. No diminishing returns on stuns, so you'll just get stunned. It's an exploit, I guess, right? But in these kind of games, aren't you just supposed to work the biggest things in your favor here? That's interesting. Suddenly my screen's just kind of going down the other way. All right. You're dead. And there's the mission complete. Anything worth my time over here? Not really. I could go over 2 more rooms. I'm going to lose the torches anyway. The risk of going this way is that I do have 2 treasure chests, but they can do bad things to me. But because I was able to scout, I only see it. There's a trap ahead, so we'll see what's here. I may get some bad traits. Sack's contents are mine, so more money. And Sack's contents are mine, more money. So that was very lucky. And we can click on this icon because this is an empty room up ahead. There's a trap. No benefit going forward, and there we go. Alright, so I changed the title of the stream to Too Easy ? Because some people would say, oh, this game's so hard. Oh, it's manageable. But that's 8,000 gold, plus 3,000, plus the reward. Lots of stuff to do in town here. So, and everyone's getting, well, not everyone's getting levels up. Resolve levels are pretty much the equivalent of levels in this game. And I'm really surprised that he didn't get any traits, but maybe we'll get some positives on here. Winded, health below 50 is -1 speed, which is a little awkward, I think, because he has some traits to counteract that. And Mary, you have positive traits and negative traits. Positive trait, hatred of Eldritch, so you get bonus damage and bonus stress resist when they do that. Guilty conscience bears the crushing guilt of deeds real and imagined. So if there's events that have to do with like going to a confessional, you don't want to send her in because she'll explode in self-doubt. Alright, so let's talk a bit about the town and the activity log here. You have quest goals on the right, which I'm sure is interesting because it's pretty much level up and fight bosses. On the left is the activity log, which is the other meat and potatoes of the game. So we have different summary of what happened here, such as Core is exhausted after exertions in the brothel. Core being, well, I can't look at this just yet, but exhaustion is really an annoying character trait here, and I don't think it's temporary, but she relieves 65 stress. The Tavern Carnot had a 9 and the town recovered 45 stress. Mamina engaged in flagellation and recovered 65 stress. And Bringer observed unsavory activities in the and refused to take part of the organized prayer again. So he's a witness after seeing troubling behavior, not able to take part in activity in town. So this is what goes on kind of between the levels here, and then you get your summary of, oh, this is what everybody's done. So let's go through the town just a little bit here, because most of my people are not off here. So we have different classes here. One of my favorites is the Hellion. Some people say it's overpowered. They might not be wrong, but I have 2 of them right now, and I have a full roster as well. Hellions are very good frontline attackers. I really like their ability to bleed a lot of things and still do damage. Iron Swan's a great ability to hit the back too, going to be very important for other boss fights. Here's a Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor actually does have battlefield medicine. Important thing to note is that it'll cure blight or bleed, and if you use it on another party member, it heals yourself. So there's never a good reason to use it on yourself. We've already looked at Vestals. We've already looked at bounty hunters, except the other bounty hunter doesn't have nearly as good of a skill template because Hook and Slice finish him. This is more of just a damage dealer from whatever. A Mark of Death is nice for marking a target, but the abilities I really like, Flashbang and Come Hither, he does not have. And then Grady, an Occultist, who's a Gambler and a Ruminator. So there you go. They are healers as well, but it can potentially bleed you if you don't resist it. And then I've never really gotten a Occultist that has a great set of abilities here. I mean, Demon's Pull or Damon's Pull is nice to pull targets out of position. But yeah, usually I just get the heal. So that's our party. Here's the town. Now, one of the first things I want to do with the town here is go to the stagecoach. You want to do this every time. And actually, one of the things I want to do is to upgrade my barracks to have a little more, which is one reason I was going for deeds. So I got a bit there. I don't need to get more than 4 really visitors at a time because you can only lose 4 visitors at a time, but I can grab 2 more if anybody looks particularly good here. So Barbaric Yawk and Cytomania, obsessed with food, or Cytomania. Let's see here. So this Occultist, you actually do have Damon's Pull, and you don't have some of the terrible things, that guy may be worth getting because he still has a heal. Seeker Vestal actually has both heals here, so I may just be grabbing 2 more things. And what do you have? Vulnerability Hex is nice. You don't have a lot of ways to attack. This is much more of a support character, and I find sometimes you want to actually have people that will be able to kill. So I'm not really naming viewers right now because I don't really have viewers right now, but that's okay. There's a lot of people playing, and like I said, if people just catch this on the back end, I'm just streaming more for just a different way to kind of show you all games, just kind of play through a little live instead of going through there. I have 3 Vestals right now. I don't really need 3, and I'm not huge on you, Darcy. I know I just brought you in, but I haven't done really anything with you. So we are just gonna ditch you. Because I wanted somebody with, she has a good kit here. Hand of Light's nice if she gets caught up front. Both heals and Justice, which doesn't do the stun, but we'll make it work. So bye-bye, Darcy. Dismissed.
Those without the stomach for this place must move on.
Okay, so let's show a little bit more of the blacksmith and stuff, which we need to start thinking about upgrading. This is the other reason I went to get deeds as well, like going with weapons first. Now, I'm not going to focus too much on upgrading my characters just yet because I kind of want to figure out what my best team is going to be. But I know core is going to be part of it. So I feel pretty safe spending 900 upgrading a weapon. Now, you don't want to go too ham on this. I have a pretty good economy right now. But I don't want to go too far down the hole with it. But we're going to bring Russell as well, I think, our next mission. Russell's probably just as well in the back here, so I may be able to do some pretty good things. But yeah, we'll go with 2 frontliners right here. I can happily spend on both of their weapons pretty well. The other thing is the guild, which upgrades skills and everything. We're going to need some portraits to start doing that and to reduce the cost of training, which is also important because you don't want to go too far down that road. So if I go like here, I can spend a little bit of gold to upgrade abilities and everything. So we'll do that. Let's see here. I got plenty of gold, but I'm not quite rolling in the dough as much as I'd hope, especially because you always have to budget a little bit for stress relief. If you let your people get too far stressed, they'll get afflictions. We'll probably see that in a coming mission or two, regardless of the title of this video here. So he's a tippler. In town will only drink, and he's obsessed with killing. And if I try and go to the tavern here, oh wow, the brothel's being taken by the caretaker. There's certain places where you can go and dump people in to heal them up. Like he can go to the bar. He can only go to the bar. That's 1,000, so that's money gone. Bring me something that will burn my throat is what he says. And Gray as well. In town he'll only gamble, which characters can actually gamble away your items. So you have to be a little careful, but that's money. I hand him money to gamble. That is going to end so well. But actually my stress situation is pretty good right now. So I don't want to spend too much more money here, especially because all it takes is one mission to go really bad where you have to abandon or lose or run off with what you got, and then things get a little worse. So let's see. I'm going to need to go to the Warrens eventually, but we're going to do the Weld probably one more time here. I could go on a medium one, but probably better just to do... I don't know. I'm fairly confident in my team and my abilities here. Let's try a medium. Now I got to remember if Kira or Braid's the one who's going to go first. One of them has a ability that can only be used on the first row. So Wild Hack, Iron Swan, and there we go, versus Barbaric Yelp, if it bleeds, and Bleed Out. So yeah, Kura needs to be on the front row. Who do I take with you? I could take Mary. Feel like I should just go ahead. Mary doesn't have a ton of stress, and I don't really know if stress passively dissipates here. We're going to take a Russell. Okay, so one more person. I could take Bringard, who's pretty good in the third row, and he'll give me some battlefield medicine, which is nice. Hey, follow for follow. I have to leave. Followed you. Please follow back. Gray Snake. I'm in the middle of playing it. I'm not huge on the sub for sub, follow to follow thing, if only because I know that I'm terrible about following up with people on it. Although I do appreciate the people coming in, popping to say hello. But so hello, sorry, I'm in the middle of stuff right now. But here's a decent team. We're going to go medium. We're going to try and play the long game here. Now, medium, you get one. It's a little different than short because short's just kind of running in. We got to go. You get bigger rewards, but you have to pay more for provisions. So you're going to get the tooltip for camping. You get 1 bit of firewood. So we're going to take 2 shovels. We're going to take short missions. You want 8 food. Medium missions, we're going to do 16. I think that's 16. And I don't really need to worry as much about bleed or anything. And normally I take 6 torches, so we'll take 12. And look at that. I've spent 7,000 gold before going to anything. Like I said, things can go to crap really easily in this game. So we're not going to bother with that too much. Maybe I should take some anti-venom or some bandage, but I got to save the inventory space, so let's go. I'm going to need to get some portraits too before long, but for now, we'll just let this go. So let's change the title again. Just like I said, I'm just trying to keep things updated and fresh. So we're going to the weld. The well's full of long winding paths, bring plenty of torches, and here we go. Well, no, this is cute. Oh my god, this is a terrible layout. Okay, so our goal is to get 100% of the room battles, and we start right in the middle, and there's no connection here. So we're already boned in one stretch, in that we're going to have to backtrack all the way across this dungeon. But we do have camping, so that may save us a little bit. Some people like to camp at the very beginning of the dungeon and go ahead and use their skills and abilities just to try and do that. I prefer to camp, at least in the early game, for stress relief. So we'll just start here and see where it takes us. And you actually have 5 down speed here because you're exhausted. Well, hey, you know what? That's what you get for going to the brothel. Alright, so there's something hidden in the web, and we get money right away. Okay. So we know she's always going to be slow. And already 1 shovel. Maybe I should have brought 3. Because it's the weld. And this is a terrible fight to start right off, but they're surprised. Reason I say it's terrible is that the little gunners here can really, really ruin your day. So we'll just go ahead and see what we can take out up front, since you can only hit the front line. And we just want to bleed everybody to hell. So 1 bleed resists. And I don't really want to bleed out here, so we'll just... See, if it bleeds, it's really nice because it does quite a bit of damage, and now he's taking 3 damage per round. So, Judgment. We're just going to see if we can knock you out right away. I don't think the bleed's going to do enough damage to kill him this one turn, but he'll be dead in 2. So let's go ahead and just let the bleed do its thing. You're almost dead. Blanket fire, don't crit. Thank you for not critting. When that crits and hits everybody, it's everyone has a bad time. So let's see. Emboldening vapors. Increase your damage just a little bit. Because we know you're going last. And party heal. Undo most of that. I mean, you just kind of go through and make sure you can get everything together. Punishment. It's probably a bleed effect too. Nope, resists. Okay. And you don't have Iron Swans, so I could yelp. Or I could just kill. It's probably better if I just kill. Because I don't like this guy in the front row. 14 damage down.
Perhaps the turning point.
Unfortunately, I can still blanket fire from position 2, so that sucks. Heal for 1! Yay. So let's bleed it again. So he's not quite dead yet, but... Bleed and blight, or just bleed and die? You die from... This guy dies from bleed damage anyway, so... Yay. That's a lot of treasure. Nice to get a torch as well, because I'm going to be running low on everything since I'm going to have to backtrack really far. So here's another fight. So there's room encounter number 1. Probably going to be at least 4. Alright, so Iron Swan. I can hit the back row. I don't think I can hit it for 14 damage, but I do get... everything here. What's these guys bleed resist? The 25% bleed resist. So you're probably going to bleed. That's good. Because bleed stacks, which is nice. Marking prey is not nice. And now everybody's going to attack you. So let's see. See if we can double stack the bleed here. 3 damage for 4 rounds. So I don't have to worry about this guy too much anymore. These guys have a high bleed rate. So now my witch doctor has something she can heal. He can heal. Kind of want to do something there. Oh, wow. I can actually hit everybody with that one. That's not bad. Party heal is probably more important. Usually, when in doubt with the Vestal, party heal. That's just kind of the way to go. And my witch doctor's going to have some work to do. So, groping swipe. Is everybody going to be infected in some way, shape, or form? No bleed, no blood left for the leeches. You can cry a little bit. A dodge. Well, that's what you get for exercising so much with at the brothel. Let's see here. So 1 damage for 2 rounds, 2 damage per 3 rounds. That's actually a little much. And the cure failed. Which is the other thing you got to look at is that heals can get resisted, cures can get resisted. It's the really old style D&D rules. All right, so 1 heal. Now, this is not the situation where heals are going to get resisted right away, but I got to start watching for crits here. These people attack. So you're dead. That's good. You're going to start doing the escape push. And there's our crit, but not on the marked character at least. So 12 damage. Perfect. That's a good time to upgrade weapons. So you're going to run back a little bit after doing some damage to my Hellions. Both of you blighted. That's cute. You'll die from bleed in 2 turns, if not sooner. Now, the one thing for all this bleed damage I have, I don't actually have AoE. So that's a little bit of a stinker. I have to start dealing with this momentarily. The other thing to keep in mind is that you actually cannot heal out of combat. You can use some items out of combat, but for things like this, you've really just got to focus on trying to get your heals in at the end of combat, like right there. So, party heal. We want to do it for more than 1, please. But we'll just hack you down. Round 4. Could try and cheese it a little bit. I do have adrenaline rush up. If I get super critted by the fungal artillery, that'll just be hilarious. We want to squeeze in 1 more heal here. That's very efficient. 8 health heal. Feeling good about this. Just trying to play the long game here. Want to try and cure as much as I can. So extra food's good. Can be very important for whenever you decide to camp. I don't have anybody to disarm traps or unlock. So got to be mindful of this. So actually used to unlock strong boxes and doors. Haven't had too much use for skeleton keys just yet, but let's see. 76 torch. Let's move to this room. And we're going to be getting darker here before long. Once again, there's probably a trap up ahead. So you're just stressed. You just get more stressed easily. So we'll let you look in this dangerous pack, and we're getting 58 light. Notice how the light dipped down so fast here. So 83 light. Might even tap it 1 more time. 100 light. That's nice, and there comes in to say something. Another room encounter, so that's fortunate. Now, with these guys, once again, you just want to focus fire and kill them. If you saw, like in the last mission, they will just... okay, these guys are blight and bleed resistant, so we're just going for the higher base damage. 14 crit! That's how you do it. Unfortunately, this is going to make another one pop up. But we are down 1, so that's good. Maybe could have party healed there, but I think it's more important to actually take out the new one that appears so it doesn't have an additional turn. Can possibly always squeeze in another one. So no bleed, which is unfortunate. Just die. There we go. Yeah. And we're going to have a fight as soon as we get out of here. So trap chest. No, just a regular old chest. So some money and some more food. Getting really lucky with the chest so far. Alright, so we know there's a fight right here. Not a terrible encounter. And they're surprised. So that means we get a free round to pretty much just knock all these guys out. So these guys are never really going to bleed very hard. Wow, actually got the bleed off. I was going to say they never bleed reliably. And these guys are all really low health, which is the other reason you upgrade your armor here. So a little heal. Maybe you should have gone for the single target heal. Oh well. Easy fight. Maybe I can even get a heal off before that guy gets to do something. Well, adrenaline rush. Because you only have 1 health left. That maggot will bleed to death. Let's see here. Emboldening vapors. We'll see if these buffs persist through combat as well. I think they will. Okay, prodigious size alone. Let's keep in mind that this is actually... I was fighting maggots and little spiders. Trees covered in poisonous sap, which I resisted. Yay! And what do we got here? And more gold. So right now we're good on supplies. Good in here. And by the way, I didn't realize until I read on Reddit today that I was actually exploiting or taking advantage of a bug where it counts down your light when you walk past the threshold of a door, but you can actually click open the door outside of it. So you don't want to... Okay, we're at light 100 again, which is nice. And there's not too many encounters. Here's actually just 1 chest. Hunger, so we get to eat. And we're doing super good on food, so... It has a lock on it. Well, let's use the skeleton key. Might as well. The key works. Oh, wow, so the keys can sometimes fail. Alright, so trade a key for that. But once again, clicking out here is just how I used to play. So no encounter here. There is a trap right there that I've scouted. And scouting is just controlled by torches and people's abilities. More loot. Here. So anti-venom, that's good for things, all the things that I've been fighting here. So the next question is, who would I want to trigger the trap? Oh, actually disarmed it. Wow. I've never had a non-highwayman disarm the trap before. So let's see here. Religious class versus shallow grave. Grave dug in haste. Grave digging is not the healthiest profession, so bad humors. Alright. Wow, minus 15% max HP. That sucks. Now, some of these quirks can be cured by going to... the sanatorium, which is a place in town, but I think the bigger thing for now is just to press on. We're going to have a lot of backtracking to do. Because I have to beat all the room battles, and if the room battles are spread out as far as I expect them to be, we're going to have a bad time here. So, didn't get the surprise. Did get critted right away, which stinks a little bit. Alright. Just try to heal up just a little bit here. Now, I can't hit the person all the way in the back, but we're going to... Wow, that was a really good hit on the fungal scratcher that early. May actually be able to take you out right away, but we're going to go for the brawler instead. See if I can take him out in a few. Alright. So I may have to actually pause this stream here in just a moment just to check on a few things that came up. But we'll stop. We'll end this fight first. Let's see. So you are going to die in a little bit. You'll die right now. You're not a big threat, so I can just let you bleed out. Okay, so if that's the worst you can do, just getting marked like that, then there we go. So... Tiny bleed resistance. It's nice that you still get the same damage as like a basic attack. Alright. So, wow, here comes the crit squad. That sucks. Healing up. Here we go. And what do we do here? Yeah, we don't want you to take that much damage. And it heals up everything, which is nice. Alright, so notice that this is actually more accurate, and it bleeds, and it does normal damage. So this thing's just dead. You're dead, you're dead. You're dead! Alright. So if we can get our priest to go ahead of time here, we can actually have a good time. And one more. Not so bad. Lots of goodies here. I'm actually going to run out of inventory space. Not quite yet, but we've got to actually make our way back over here. So what I'm going to do real quick, and I'm not exactly sure if this stops this here, is I'm going to actually have to pause the stream for just a moment here. And when we come back, I'm going to see if I can continue doing pretty good things. So we shall find out, and I will be right back shortly. Cool, let's see what we can do. All right. And let's just put you up here. Gotta put this all the way on the top, maybe. Boop. There we go. Thank you all for watching. I will be right back. All right. Thank you all for dealing with that. I did see some people that came in and then kind of left. So I apologize for those of you who may have been wanting to watch before and kind of didn't see me on there. But hello, hello. And let's go ahead and light a torch just to free up some inventory space. And let's see if we can actually hold some gold. Not too much else. Once again, I'm going to have to start watching my item count here. But now this is why I changed my title to Terrible, Terrible Dungeon Layout here, is that we have to go all the way back down here. We're going to be using some torches. Could be a good idea to camp them a little while. And it is possible that I will actually run into some random encounters here. So we're just going to carry on our way. Walk forward as best we can. Yeah, we have to go through all of the room battles, and there's probably at least one down here, if not more. I've had a lot of room battles already, actually, so this could be good. But see, once again, 19 health, 22 health. There's no healing potions in this game. You can curb blights, you can cure maladies, but not much else. Like, I have healing spells that I could just spam and it would make things a lot easier to spam. But not doing that. I could camp and we can eat, cover more hunger here. May actually camp as a matter of course. Just a little bit. There's no boss really for me to fight, but it does help. It'll help me finish out the dungeon pretty well. Now, the encounters that I'm going to be facing are really no more difficult now than what I've had to face earlier. We can see here 83, 82, 81 just while walking, 80, and then 74. That is a little bit of extra stress that I've been avoiding just by not clicking on the door. But see, the reason that I stopped clicking on the door or walking all the way to is that I was actually having trouble going through it. Now, the question is, do I camp here? I think I'm going to go one more room since I have a 98 torch right now. And my party's not doing particularly bad. So, eerie spiderweb, nothing of interest. We'll see. And there's another need for a shovel and another random encounter, but they're surprised. So all in all, this is not going to end very badly. Might as well actually take this opportunity. Who's going to need more healing? You probably. That's a good $5. Once again, you just rolled around with the with people too long, and there you go. Look. Hello, Mr. Butterhill. How are you doing today? Hopefully I didn't catch that message a little too late, but whiff for a miss, and what can you do? So just at least caught these enemies by surprise, but do appreciate anybody who's coming by to say hello. It's great to meet new people and then watch them laugh at me as I get my face handed to me, because inevitably that's going to happen. Be like, oh, I don't need to camp on this medium mission. And then the spider's going to crit and kill everybody in just a second, probably. Actually, my Plague Doctor's been doing really good hitting people lately, so maybe it won't be so bad. I've been doing pretty good. I had to actually stop the stream a minute ago because I was like, wait a minute, why am I getting a call from that number? I should probably check it out. And I did check it out, and it's something that I'll be taking care of after stream, but I don't have to really stop for anymore. So it's just kind of the thing where, oh, wow, you're actually getting stressed because it's getting darker here. Okay, so shovel to break on through. Otherwise, things are going pretty well. I'm going to camp just because I have firewood after this room. But let's see here. Scouting. Okay, so there's an encounter. Any other encounters? Yeah, there's 2 more encounters. That's probably it. So this is a great time to camp. And for those of you that have not seen the camping portion of this game, it's pretty good. Now, I can do a lot of things here. I can heal up a bit and relieve my stress just by feasting. And I have 14 food. I can definitely afford to feast. And everybody's happy here. So we have camp skills that everyone can use. Wound care, removes bleeding or blight, prey, reduce more stress, sanctuary, reduce chance of a nighttime ambush. Self-medicate, reduce stress by 10, heal 20%, remove target poison, remove target bleeding, 50% remove target disease. That costs 3 for the respite here. Encourage, one companion reduce stress by 10, plus 10 accuracy, and plus 20% damage against bigger monsters. Then you have Reject the Gods and Battle Trance and Wound Care. So I think probably the best things to do here. Self-medicate. The needle's fine for me, just to take the blight out. And we do want to actually, I might as well do this. Don't know why you did. Oh, he didn't get any stress relief because he's actually not stressed. Let's see. No, you're slow, so I actually want to battle trance you, and I can wound care too. I'm actually fully healed right now, so can reduce your stress by 25, but increase everybody else's stress by 5. That's pretty insignificant. So trust what you can kill. There we go. So not the best ever. Could have actually battle transformed, but okay. Sleep calls will need our strength. Still, to be through a medium dungeon this far in, this early in the game, because I'm only like week 6 or week 5. Not doing so bad. So, traps. Can you stop the trap? Nope. You did not. And you're blighted, but anti-venom's good. So there's your stress just a little bit. And we have treasure. There be treasure here, and it's poison. Alright, so what was I saying about good luck? Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor. There we go. Nothing of interest. Alright. And through the door. Not so bad. Oh, look, another encounter. And it's good that I actually buffed here because this is actually going to be good for bigger monster size as long as I don't actually have to deal with that. Now I could Iron Swan the guy in the back, but I think what I really want to do is see if I can crit and do more damage against you. We want to stack our bleeds. Bleeding is good. Point blank shot for 5. Sucks a little, but we'll make it. Party heal. I just love how efficient 8 healing can be over the course of a run, but if it bleeds, it's just so good. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets nerfed, actually. At least get some kind of accuracy penalty here, but he has 4. Can we bleed him one more time? Maybe? 7? He may die next turn. Yeah, that is 5 bleed per round. So we can start focusing on the other people here. Maybe. Is it party heal time? Probably not. Yeah, I went from full health to not full health. This game gets a little swingy like that. Please don't be a crit. It's not a crit. Good. Alright. And see, that's where this guy starts to get dangerous. But I can't actually hit anybody in the back very well. Let's see here. You're the one with Iron Swan, so let's see if we can buff your damage even more. And you can resist buffs as well. Alright, so punishment, as long as that's not a stun, I can handle it. So let's hit the back. Boom. Not quite. Actually, let's bleed you out. You only have 4 health. He dies next turn. That's a waste just to attack him. Okay, this is why you don't want those guys to linger for very long here. So we don't have really any other bleeds right now, so we'll just embolden you. I'd attack him in the back if I could, but I can't, so. Party heal for still not terrible. And kaboom. That's what I wanted the first time. Being able to back attack is so nice. Unfortunately, the slice and dice is real here. Alright. So see, one encounter and I went from over health to less than half. Just, yeah, they can be felled. They can be defeated. We got a lot of goodies, and I'm still not done with the dungeon. So maybe there's one more. And we get another torch, which is cute. Don't really need it. Okay, you're stressed out enough as is. The bag's already been looted, and there's another trap here. Might as well let you take it. And you're blighted. Cool. Will this be the last one? Maybe. Already had this kind of encounter before. I just gotta watch out for if these things are actually gonna get really fast initiative and kill me early. So, because I do not have the priests on here and I don't have flashbang. So if everyone gets a little blighted, I know what the witch doctor's doing. Yeah, I know what you're doing. So you're getting bled as well. Probably more important that I save you. Alright. Resist the bleed, that's fine. See if I can kill you now. There we go. That is quite nice. Where am I from? I am from America. And that's that really narrows it down. I'm from a place that unfortunately, for whatever reason, I'm stuck with a terrible internet that I pay way too much for what I don't get. And because the government thinks that I don't really want any other choices, they don't give me other choices. So it's one of those things where it's like the one thing that's stopping me from calling the cable company to try and get me to do something else with this is really the fact that I'd have to be on hold for about a day. Because once again, it's a monopoly, regardless of them being like, we're going to turn it into a utility. I'm not feeling that yet. Veins are on fire. But yeah, I probably should put a little FAQ section kind of in the bottom of the stream for just basic information. Oh my god, my up-down speed. My upload is 1 megabit. My download's like maybe 15. Maybe. It's kind of amazing that I can even stream, to be honest. And I am paying way more than I should for that privilege. Please be the last one. Yes, there we go. So I camp, and then these people are suddenly starting to not feel so good. Let's see what's in here. Is it trapped? Oh, it's still some valuables. So I'd say that was a good mission as well. No great reason to try and risk 2 more rooms when my party's starting to kind of go over the edge. Ugh. But yeah, I run speed test after speed test just to be like, is it my modem? Is it my router? Is it anything? No, it's my actual ISP. And then the great thing is that that's ideal under like speed test conditions. I get the crap throttled out of my connection as well. So it's just kind of a laugh. But there is 9,000 and a lot of resources and some good valuable XP for people too. So what do you get? For traits, satanophobia, really? Stress resist, and then wow, on guard. That's a really nice way to start. Especially if I need to get a clutch healing right away. And claustrophobia, severe fear of enclosed spaces, so I guess don't get caught in an enclosed space. And we're back to town.
I see something long absent in the sunken faces of passers.
Alright, so we're at week 6, and I should probably Alright, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing the runes yet, but I'm just going to change the title through this. So let's see here. Gray gets 55 stress. Carnate reduces 45 stress. Survivalist and the Nomad Wagon are unlocked. And I have enough gold to maybe make some use of it. I don't really have a lot of trinkets equipped for my people just yet, but here's the Nomad Wagon. Okay. Well, okay, Mr. Butterhill, that's a pretty valid reason to maybe not have great there, especially if your infrastructure is that way. I mean, 11 down and 1.6 up is, I'd say, okay, there we go. Survivalists increase the ability camping skills, so we'll worry about that a little bit later. Yeah, having 11 down makes more sense when you have lack of infrastructure. 11 down is more along the lines of what happens when I get throttled and everything. So let's see here. Russell. Let's go ahead and cure our stress. Once again, things going pretty well. It's kind of interesting. I've tried to watch a few streams of things, and most of the streams that I'll see online are actually people that are just entertaining to watch but don't really have like great grasp on game mechanics. So it gets a little tough sometimes just to be like, why are you doing what you're doing? But then I remember people feel the exact same way when they watch me. So will not pray or flagellate for stress relief. Increased chance of losing money. Might as well, let's go ahead and knock out that stress now. I got the money for it. And Braid, we'll just let you go to the gambling hall as long as you're not a bad gambler. Yeah, that's good. Bloop. So 1,600. Because we're going to take some other people in here. Carnate, I actually, I'd love for him to have Harvest, but he's pretty good as is. Just want to try and use a little bit of a variety of people here. So let's see here. I have a lot of stuff. Do I have any good new people? I actually don't have any grave robbers yet. Are you a good grave robber is the question. Lunge is good for movement. Pick to the face actually is a very good attack because it's close up. Being able to self-dodge is nice. I really like having throw dagger, so that sucks that you don't have it. You can't attack targets in the front, so you're a little flawed. Now you can unlock other attacks. We're actually not going to grab anybody this week, unless there's like something that I just don't have from these people. No, there's not. I'm good with my 12 right now. I'm not going to sit here. It doesn't cost anything to get people, but it's just a little annoying to wait here. So blacksmith again. And I can use some more crests and some more deeds to rank up my armor. Let's go ahead and get you armor upgrade. Actually, that's a little bit of a waste. I can go ahead and reduce that cost as well.
Hold the metal. We are raising an army.
So what are we going to do here? Oh, you got to be level 1. Okay, so we want the guy with flashbang to get his good equipment as well. So 1, 2. And then who else are we going to take? I like you. So we'll go ahead and upgrade you as well. It's a lot of money to dump in here. But let's go ahead and embark again. We're going to do something. We're going to do something different. I've been to the Weld for way too long, and you can see here that I'm starting to get veteran. Actually, a champion mission as well. And a boss. Kill the Wizen Hag. My party's not ready for that yet. As actually my first wipe ever in this game was fighting the Wizen Hag, and I felt all good and strong, and then I nearly died before the fight, but it didn't matter because the Wizen Hag wrecked me and I couldn't run away anyway. So we're going to go to the ruins, and yeah, let's go for the rare trinket. That's actually a really nice reward for something that's level 1. Alright, so Carnet's going to be first position. If you have Dark Stab, you're going first position every time. So that's a really nice recovery skill. We're going to bring you as well. You're a good third wheel, which means you're good in position 1 or 2. And do I have a spare healer? Oh wow, both of my healers are recovering. Okay, well, let's bring one of the occultists here. I mean, it's a longer mission, so we'll bring you, and we'll just make sure to bring some extra goodies. Actually, let's see here. Can you attack from the back? You can do weakening curse from the back, and you can heal from the back, and you can pull from the back. Let's try it. It's medium. We'll bring some extra bandages. And like I said, the recovery charm's nice. 20% heal received. I know 8 dodge stinks, but one of the things I really like about this game is that the drawbacks, it's not like just, okay, items are overpowered. There are significant drawbacks to picking things that are really good. We'll get 3 shovels. We'll get 3 bandages because I don't want to mess with that. So how many do I normally get? Let's get 6, 12. That'll be fine. Embark! Well, I appreciate you calling me entertaining. I mean, I don't... Biggest thing is just I'm really here because I like sharing gaming with other people. And, oh, wow. Okay, so 100% of room battles. This is a much better layout. We'll be able to go kind of down here, kind of up here, and see it works. Now, this team is very different from the last team. It's going to focus on some kind of different stuff. But I have a feeling this run's also going to fail. I'm going to just say that right now. I think I am doomed to failure because things have been going a little too well this time. I get a trap for 8 damage at the very beginning. That's not a good sign. So room encounter? No room encounter. Alright. But we get a random encounter. It's going to pop up over here. So torch lights. Kaboom. So this is not a terrible encounter. And they're surprised. Yay, surprise. So grape shot blast. I'm not sure why they call it grape shot other than that's what everyone's always called it. I'm amazed that hit. Get over here. Get over here! And actually managed to pull him forward, which is fantastic. And these guys are undead, so the bleed doesn't matter. I love the Jester because just his ability to get forward all the time is amazing. Wow, okay, so my RNG is back in my favor. Alright. Yeah, I always appreciate the kind words, but it's more fun for me to play these games when there's like other people just around. It's the same reason I like I've never seen that crit before. It's the same reason I like watching streams as well. It's just kind of the community experience, especially for things that are otherwise going to be put as a single player. But there we go. Past that crappy thing again, and there's 1 room down, 1 encounter. Feeling decent about my comp. That's the thing, is that I always feel decent about my team comp going in. Stash of heirlooms is a good start. The problem, of course, is the details later. So, shovel. Brought 3. And let's see. 72. We're going to try and stay our best above 75 light, but I have a feeling we're not going to have as easy of a time this time. There's an encounter. Oh, good. We have some eldritches that I can't bleed. It did not surprise him, unfortunately. Said healing's going to be an issue because I don't have the team healing. I'm going to have to rely on not bleeding my people. Eldritch Push does not really affect this party as much. I was kind of hoping it'd be the Jester that would do it. Let's see here. So let's actually... Yeah, let's try the pull. Pull you! Get over here! Damn it. Okay, well at least the little tentacle hug did damage. Alright, so... I wish he had Duelist Advance. That would be beautiful if he did. Alright, so... I mean, he can fire for a while here. Slice off. It's pretty good for this. There we go. I don't know if Jesters have like a better, higher base crit or something, but I'll take it. So let's go ahead and flashbang you. Please be stunned. There we go. Oh, and actually, once again, I forget the flashbang knocks people back. That's even better, because this Arbalist is annoying as shit if you let him stick around. Okay, so terrible accuracy. Hello, other people that are watching. Thank you for joining the gun show here. We'll see if I can make this work pretty well. Please bleed for me. There we go. And flashbang you. More stunning. Once again, we're playing the long game here, so sacrificial slice will be you, and you're going to die. I'm playing this game from Steam. That's right. In fact, I actually discovered yesterday that I can actually stream this game onto my laptop. Wow, it's a terrible crit. Onto my laptop from my PC, which is great because my Mac laptop actually... there's some bugs in the Mac version that are a little irritating. Like sometimes you won't be able to actually go into buildings, especially when new buildings pop up. It's something I'm sure they'll fix because it's early access. But what it just boils down to is that at least I can stream from my PC as well. Long story short, though, is that, yeah, I am playing from Steam. Okay, so you bled a little bit, but that's why we have the bandages. Graveyard Slat. Whoa! Whoa, Bone Soldier. No. No, sir. That is not good. Alright. Heal again. And please don't... Okay, no 3 crits in a row, but that is so much damage that he has just taken here. Alright, so let's... Okay, I'm done with letting you be alive. Everything runs red. One... You know, we don't want to take 2 more damage. Alright. We're not going to worry about sneaking the heal in right now. But yeah, you can get this game on Steam. I believe you can get it from the developer's website as well. That is a fortunate scout. Maybe I can get this room too. Wow, that is a really good scout. Okay, so we need to get 100% of the room battle, so now we know that we can go down this way, which is fantastic. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We can skip this room entirely. It skips a little bit of treasure, but whatever. And actually, if you run backwards, you... Oh, okay, so does anybody claustrophobic? He's a tippler, and he's obsessed with killing. Cinemania, obsessed with food, so I'll have to watch that on camp. Obsessed with sainthood. Well, let's see. Confession booth. Let's put you in there. History here is too much to bear, and you get stress. But you didn't get any bad traits. Alright. We're going to have another encounter. Let's see. No surprise, tempting goblet, blah, blah, blah. Not going to be able to bleed these guys out, which does make some of these abilities a little worse, but we're going to get the Bone Rabbler out of the way. Wow, that was actually a really good prediction. Tempting Goblet. The one thing that's really annoying about Tempting Goblet is that it does really jump up the stress rate, and wow, that is a lot of damage you're doing all of a sudden. Oh, damn it, I never moved this guy back. That's a derp. Alright, so we're not bleeding anybody. We want the Bone Soldier to die. I need to move this guy back next round. We're going to start... I'll take the 7 heal for a bleed. That's acceptable. As long as we don't start getting critted here. And that's a lot of stress that we're going to be taking on. There we go. Good shots. Good shots. And who else is going to get healed? Me! Wow, for 10. That will do good. How much more damage are you going to take? 2 more damage. Not bad. Maybe I can sneak in a heal next round. Yeah, these guys have 0 stun resist, which is pretty fantastic. So, another heal. And you resisted the bleed, so that's why we try and stun just a little bit longer. Might as well move you up before I forget. And he actually can't hook from the second position, so I gotta get him back. Alright, so more treasures. There we go. Alright, so, yeah, his ability... Oh, come hither. He just can only do it from the back. Alright, so we're actually still just moving on the hallway here. And 73 lights. So we are going max lights. Sorry, I'm not doing a dark run here. Maybe one day in the future. Here's another encounter. Hello, you're surprised. That is beautiful. Alright, so how do we want to do this? I can pull you forward too. Perhaps. There we go. Now the Arbalist is going to stink being in the back just a little bit, but if I can AoE these front guys down... Actually, I can pull you back forward. Oh, almost. Because I could have gotten the Bone Soldier in the back and that would have been beautiful. But, hey. Let's get the Bone Soldier out of here. I had enough crits from him before. I'm not doing this again. Alright, so 1... Wow, there we go. The Jester is doing work. Definitely doing work today. Alright, so dodged the grave shot. I love it. It's like a scatter shot that never hits. And please actually be stunned. There we go. Stun is very, very strong. Do I actually need to heal anybody right now? I don't. So I'll just weaken and curse. Why do a dark run? The reason is that right now my scouting and monster surprise rate is up here. If you do a torchless run or a dark run, they hit much stronger, they get way more accurate, but you get higher, you as a party get higher crit chance and more importantly, better loot. So it's kind of the whole cost benefit of, do you want to make the game a lot harder for yourself, but give a higher reward? It's really tough to do in the very beginning of the game, but, oh, resisted the curse as well, that sucks. So please don't crit. Even better, dodge. I mean, it's like FTL. I love playing FTL. FTL is fantastic. I played hard mode quite a bit. That was 12 crests from one encounter, which is amazing. And I actually get the contents without much dispute for once. But the thing about FTL hard mode is that it's just hard. You get less stuff. So it's not like there's really a trade-off. It's just, well, the trade-off is the encounters are way much more of a pain in the ass, and that's the fun. Okay, so another encounter here. Don't need to worry about too much of anything. Probably surprise them. No, not this time. Alright, so please hit. No! No, of course not. And you're just going to crit my guy in the back. That's fine. Whatever. Boom. Should probably be hacking with him, believe it or not, but... might as well self-heal. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good on the RNG for that healing today. So bump in the night. These bone rabbles don't hit as hard as the bone soldiers. 6. And 2 more. Alright, so let's see what we got. Maybe this time. There we go. And I want to stun him, but he's in the front row, so he's not going to be able to do nearly as much to me. But I got to start watching my health here, and that may be where getting a good camp in is going to be just right. So 8 of 16, 21 of 30. Might as well heal. Alright, so, oh, look at that. Resisted the heal. That's what I was talking about. FTL. FTL is a game called FTL Faster Than Light. It is a game that is actually one of the first major games ever funded by Kickstarter that actually saw the light of day. Make room and choose only what you want to carry. I guess I don't really need... There's a few things I don't need right now, and one of them is probably the anti-venom. Alright, so we need the money more. We'll take the money. So see, inventory management is fun. Trying to get a bunch of things to keep myself from bleeding. It's always nice. But FTL is another roguelike where you go through space, and there's randomly generated combat. And things can screw with you really fast. It's a lot easier to win than some other things, but you have to really figure out the game first. I don't know if that's making a lot of sense, but it is a you fly through space, you have your crew, you have to go across the galaxy to stop the big bad. And pretty much there's some runs that are just unwinnable, but the way that is really nice about it is just the execution of the game. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts and they work really well together, and my party is in a trouble here. Alright, so I didn't light my torch ahead of time and I got surprised, and this is where we have to start dealing with the contingencies of everything here. So bone rabble, bone courtier. Okay, well at least my jester can go back to the front, so that mitigates some of that just a little bit. One down. Yeah, I'll be happy to do a stream. I actually have done some streams of FTL in the past. I have a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel as well with FTL Faster Than Light. It's a great game. There's still some people that stream it as well. I mean, one name that comes to mind is a person whose streams I've watched and enjoyed is Lethal Frag, although he kind of streams more of he plays a variety of things instead of just sticking with one thing, so if that makes any sense at all. So there's no guarantee that's what he plays right now, but there's a good crit. And let's just end this combat now. So, surprise, I barely took damage. Well, okay, he's down to 12 health, but he only started with 19. And is this a good time to camp? This might be a good time to camp. And we get a nightly aura, which is plus 10 dodge, plus 10%, whatchamacallit. There we go. So, we're actually almost done with this dungeon, so since we are kind of at a point where things could go really bad for us before they go better, let's camp. And I've still got quite a bit of food. So let's feast. And everybody's pretty happy here. So this is how we do it. That's great. This is how we do it. So encourage, reduce stress by 10. Let's see here. Every rose has its thorn. Reduce all stress by 15. That's a terrible song. Mockery. Reduce stress by 20. One companion. Increase stress by 20. Okay, so wound care. I don't have to worry about bleeding too much, but I can heal up a little bit. Pep talk. Stress resist. Self only. One companion 20%. And unspeakable commune. Heal self for 30% and plus 5 speed. Pretty good. Clean guns. That's a really good buff. Bandit sense. Less likely to be surprised. And wound care. Alright, so what is our plan here for camping? I feel like I should think about this ahead of time. Let's do Unspeakable Commune just to buff myself. Have not read this stuff. Let's go ahead and reduce stress. Every night has its dawn. Clean guns. And is there anybody else that needs some healing? Because I could do that, or I could... plus 10 accuracy, plus 5% crit. So I got 3 left. And let's see here. Heal 1 companion 20%. 3 damage is not worth it. Alright, so who do I want to encourage with accuracy and crit? I think that is going to be you. Everything can be killed with a well-placed blow, and that is our camp. Hooray! Plenty of blood left to shed today. Things are going according to plan. There's nothing for now. We've run out of wood.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
There we go. So really love the narration in this game as well. But let's go this way. So once again, we need to clear our room encounters, and I don't know what room encounters are left. So there's an unfortunate trap. And you know, we actually almost forgot to move these guys back. Now, do I want you in position 3? Or do I want you in position 3? I think actually I had the bounty hunter. I think I had you guys like this first. It doesn't really matter too much. Well, I can hook and slice from there, so it matters a little bit. So here's an armoire. Let's see if we can unlock it. And it's trapped, so blight. That's too bad. Alright. On to the next thing. No room encounter. Alright. Maybe you'll get a random encounter on the way back. So it's one of these two rooms that are left. That was a really fortunate scout over on this end. And let's just go ahead and torch it up just so we can free up an inventory space and see if we can possibly surprise some baddies. And there's a map, so we get to see all the little things that are left. Okay, so we gotta go to the end of this. Alright. So sack contents, 25 gold. Like I said, the early game in this game is not so bad. You just have to... Really? I'm the one that's surprised? Okay. Well, I can think of worse things. Alright, so weakening curse. We'll do that on the bone soldier. Because less damage and less accuracy is always nice. That's really nice for the AoE. You're gonna die. And please actually miss. Alright. This is a good fight. I don't even need to flashbang anything. Oh, it's a 22 damage crit for a one health creature. Alright, you're dead. There's no way you're surviving that. Ugh, okay, more money. Yeah, I wonder how inventory management's going to go for large dungeons as well, but there is our last encounter up there, as expected. Might as well use a torch. I got him, so... And here's a trap. Highwaymen are supposed to be good at disarming traps. Looks like they are this time. Supposed to be good at unlocking cabinets, but it's trapped, so resist. And empty room. And then last room, but not least room over here. One more trap. Another disarm. Very timely. Don't think I'm going to have any random encounters here because they should have scouted. How many more trapped cabinets am I going to be getting here? Alright, so 62. I could try and food buff people real quick, but that's not going to do a ton of good here, so might as well torch one more time. A blazing star is born. Let's see if we can end this fight well. Good. 2 bone arbalists. Absolutely terrible things can happen in this fight, so let's hit right away. I'm going to flashbang this guy in the back, or actually we're going to pull him forward. Or we're not going to pull him forward, we're not going to do shit. Alright, so bone defender, bone soldier, bone arbalists. Anything we can do to try and kill something on the first turn is a positive. So corals can crit like crazy, and it did. Okay, so bayonet jab can also... These guys have pretty high crit rate from my experience. So we'll just... Oh, can't actually flashbang you. Alright, well, we'll flashbang you. Or that was not flashbang at all. Okay, let's take our time instead of trying to rush those and be like, oh, we're done! Because we're not done. This game is never done. Alright, so 9 health. Might as well get the heal in. And that's good. So now that he's not going to be in the back rows to do good things, so I'm going to flashbang you because you haven't attacked yet, and now he's pushed in the front row, so anything I can do to try and reduce damage this turn is nice. And one more time. Wow, that's that accuracy buff is... Wow, I have a lot of accuracy this time. Weakening curse. Becoming more and more of a fan of that ability, even if it's not striking right here. And can we end the dungeon now? Yes, we can. Well, other than getting this grave. That's a lot of money. And that's the dungeon being complete. I believe that's a full clear. No, we skipped a room. Lame. Alright, so let's be grave robbers. It's a job for a highwayman. It's empty. Okay, well at least it wasn't trapped. There's another dungeon down. So that's a lot of crests. I find myself having way too many of these. That's a metric ton of crests. 30. 32. Earned by family actions long since past. Yeah, I wonder what. Alright. So resolve level up. Hey, guess what? We gain levels. I should have gotten that tooltip already. So second wind, below 50% health, 10% damage. That's actually really nice for the Jester here. So dyspomania, craving for alcohol, which I wonder what happens if I take him to the bar. And then 20% stress resist. But he's level 2 now. Evasive, wow, +5 dodge. That's fantastic. And lygophobia. So light below 25%. So what I was saying before is that you will gotta watch some of these quirks and everything. If you do a dark run, some people are going to get stressed faster. But there's also benefits to if you get characters that get bonuses from it being in the dark. But still, I am at week 8. And I think considering what I have going on right here, just look at the stress levels for all of my people. I have one person who's really stressed out. But Bray gambled to get 55 stress back. Recovered 45 stress, so I'm kind of glad I did that. Meditated and recovered 45 stress. And, yeah. Overall, still doing good. But I'm not making a profit from these missions yet, because I continue to try and upgrade my troops. So we actually do need to go to the blacksmith here. We do need to upgrade your armor. And while we're at it, I need to start gilding here. And I've got... Let's see, I got some crests, so I might as well use... Oh, well, I've already used those. Great. I'm going to start upgrading some of my key abilities as well. Like, If It Bleeds is a key ability. If It Bleeds is also a key ability. You're my really good healer, so we will upgrade both of your heals. And did I actually upgrade your equipment as well? Not yet, Russell. But you're getting an upgrade now. So 1, 2. And that's probably all the gold I really want to spend here, other than Carnet in town will only drink, so he may not actually be able to do this yet. Yep. Mary is still drinking. Oh shit, Mary's gonna have something happen to her here, because she's already got a lot of problems, and now she's over drinking to go on top of that. So maybe I can send Durner and all to the cloister to meditate, even though he likes summoning occultish things. Yay, tranquility at last. But see, I can't actually put him. Bah, I want to drink and be merry. That seems a bit bloody. How about a stiff drink instead? So they'll at least tell you when things aren't going so well. But yeah, that last party actually did surprisingly good. So we're just going to try and level up. I don't really like calling it an A team, B team, main team, subtract team or anything, but I do have some characters that seem to be doing pretty dang well here. So guild. Will you... Okay, so I have some crests that I can take, but I need to get some more portraits. And the Nomad Wagon. I'm not keen on spending money here yet, but this is a great way to dump some stuff, especially when I don't want to spend all that. So we'll go ahead and dump 16 here. You know, let's dump all of it. So that'll give us some more choices, because we do actually have I haven't done this too much in the game. We do have a few trinkets. Got blight resist, 10% chance to blight skill, plus 10% chance to blight skills, 20% heal received, 8 dodge, plus 1 speed, minus 1 crit, and plus 1 crit, minus 4 accuracy. I do like the recovery charm. I just don't know who I want to put it on at this point, because dodge is nice. Probably you. Because let's see here, we go 15% dodge to 8 dodge. It's a little tough, but you do get more healing. That can add up. Because usually I'm not dodging attacks with her very well. See, I don't want to go all the way down to the realms of 0 dodge. Alright, so better crit, better speed. You need more speed. Speed 2, speed 2, speed 4, speed 6. It's all pretty nice. Oh, hello. Hello, Caleb DK. Yeah, this is just trying something a little bit different here. today. There will be more Starbound, but just more along the lines of, I picked up this game after looking at some things recently, and it's a lot of fun. It is very different. It is a dungeon crawler extraordinaire, and we're going to see how quickly I can kill myself here. Would love to go to the Warrens, but I guess we're going here instead. We're just going to do a... I guess it's between short maps and medium maps at this point. We'll do short maps. Seems to be a better profit margin on the short maps, although I do need some more stuff here. So we want to try and up these levels here. I want to get missions in the Warrens, but we're going to go... Did we say you need to go first? Yeah. You need to go first. One of you needs to be in the front row, and I can't remember. I can never remember which one. Bleed out. So Cure is front row gal. Bray is a little bit behind. Russell's up here. And who else do I want to take here? Feel like I can carry one more person, because I could bring Dismas and clear things out really easily, but I feel like I need to get my witch doctor up. I feel like I need to get this guy up just a little bit. You know, this would actually be an opportune time to say, hey, I didn't check the stagecoach. Oh, good. We can actually possibly bring a leper here today. Leper, the other class that I haven't unlocked yet. But we'll go and see what some of these abilities are. But yeah, light above 0, 10% damage. So if you're doing a dark run, that person's okay to bring. A second Crusader is actually good. You know what? That leper's okay. He has focus, which is good, but I really like having Hugh. And Intimidate's actually pretty good too, because it does knock back. But I think I really need a second Crusader, who'll only go to the brothel to save himself, so that's nice. But Zealous Accusation, Smite, Battle Heal, and Holy Lance is very good. The one thing he's missing is Stunning Blow. But I like having one guy with Holy Lance, so we'll see. We'll see how that runs. Or maybe I get the leper, because that's another frontline person, and I don't have a leper yet. Yeah. Well, I have actually a pretty good assortment of frontline people. Well, let's get the leper. Whee! I don't think I'll be running him this mission, though. Alright, so let's explore 90% of the room, since I'm having to do that anyway. All the time. And you guys... Let's hear. You can do If It Bleeds from the third row, and that's a really nice attack. So we'll put you up here, put the leper up here. This is going to be a really tanky build. And this may be a bit of a stomp, I don't know. Alright. So, this game, for those of you that may just be joining to see what's going on here, it's a dungeon crawler with random dungeons, and that is a short mission, so we're going to just see kind of what this looks like here. It doesn't involve camping. You go through the areas and hope for the best and hope things don't kill you. I'm actually pretty well leveled right now, so shouldn't be too much of an issue for this. Like I said, I just want to actually get to the next place. Alright. So if I go... We want to do our map here. This type of mission is to scout, get the right number of rooms. So I can probably leave this room off, and if I explore all these rooms, I'm okay. So let's start this way. Cool. I have not actually done this melee heavy of a build before, so we'll find out. Accident occurs during experience. Hey, welcome to the party. You get to be a leper. Now, lepers are pretty good. I think they have quite a... No, they don't have blight resistance. They have some good death blow resistances. Important thing is that they wear a mask because they're lepers. And lepers are... for those of you who don't know your history, they are people that are blighted with an infectious disease that's highly communicable. And otherwise, people don't like them because it makes them look ugly. Alright, so... Yelp. Are you going to be trapped? Or are you going to disarm it? You're going to be trapped. Okay. Well, you have 36 health. My group has so much health. That's hilarious. Alright, so we're getting torched down. Stack of books. Reading a few pages has a lasting effect. Hopefully not a bad lasting effect. Nymphomania? Oh, necromania. Fascinated with corpses. Nymphomania, a little bit different. Alright. Though I think that was the person that was super tired by going to the brothel earlier, so. Still nothing. You know what? It may actually be easier for me just to go to this room, scout down, and go back up. Because right now I'm not getting a lot of encounters. Speak of the devil, here's an encounter, and I'm surprised. That's an okay surprise. I can handle that. I don't like the crit. Just a slight difference, yeah. Alright. So they got a little bit of initiative there, but I can still do pretty good. So Intimidate, I can possibly knock back. Damage minus 40. Chop's pretty good. Solimity's a good self-heal. Focus is an important buff for giving this guy accuracy, because the base accuracy for lepers is terrible. They have accuracy of 0. So that's kind of the downside. But I did hit there, so he's debuffed. Minus 10 accuracy. Heal you, so that's fortunate. Thank you for stopping by, Mr. Butterhill. I enjoyed hanging out. Have a good rest of your time. Alright, so let's make you bleed. Wow, that's a bleed. Let's make... Oh, I can't make you bleed because you're undead. Alright, so does that mean one of these people actually will not have a frontline attack if I have someone up there? That's a little bit of an oversight. Okay, well... Oh, well, we'll manage. We'll just prioritize killing things in the back. And by the time there's one thing left, there's not going to be too many issues. I hope. Okay, so Malvalence self-heal. You're going to bleed a little bit, but whatever. And I can't actually do anything, so we will... Move backwards. Really? I can only move forward as a Hellion. That's going to be a problem. Alright. So let's choppity chop. And then Wicked Hack. There we go. So it was a little greedy to take this many people in, but that's okay. So you're attacked from the third row, and you have Adrenaline Rush as well. You have Bleed Out in the front, so we're going to put you back one. Alright, so move forward, back 0, 1 front, blah blah. I think we're good. Said not an ideal comp at all. But I just wanted to see what melee heavy's like, and apparently I need to have a better comp. Alright, so the exploration missions don't necessarily guarantee that I fight things, but I do need to have my torches up and burning. And we'll eat just a little bit, because healing's nice. One more torch. Once again, gotta watch my torches here, because I've actually kind of relied the past few runs on getting pretty good RNG with what's been dropping, including equipment. Now, I don't know who's claustrophobic, but we're going to put the leper in here. And Hero inhales vapors, and what are you? The runs. That's awesome. That means I'm probably going to get rid of this guy, because less HP and less dodge means there's really no point I ever bring this guy, so that's too bad. Wow, we are just getting surprised by everybody today. So, let's see here. Let's actually move you back. Let's go ahead and fight you back here. Of course you don't die. And move you up here. Cool. Okay. Now these guys are immune to bleed. So, of course, because they're undead, their blood should all be coagulated and all that. Let's just go ahead and see if we can take these guys down bit by bit, piece by piece. Rabble, rabble. And then intimidate you, so you die. Now the nice thing is that attack still does damage, it's just never going to bleed him. Might as well party heal. Probably a waste. I should have individually healed. But my people have so much life that I can always just rearrange my party just a little bit. because this guy's taking hits like crazy. Alright. So let's hit you up front. Nope. Let's hit you up front. Nope. Let's hit you in the back. Yes, finally. And let's just... Who needs healing more? 17 and 17 to 31, 17 to 36. Alright, like I said, this leper, now that he has the runs, and I can go and try and cure that affliction, but he's kind of just not what I need him to be. It really sucks that I can't move you guys back, but let's see. Kaboom. You're gone. Alright. So let's go ahead and get you forward 1. And you're going to be back 1, so you're good there. Alright. Yeah, that was a little bit of bad luck with the surprise, but what is this game but a big bundle of luck? So here's another encounter. This isn't about room encounters this time, it's just about actual fighting, so... Question is, I don't really think I want to do anything other than heal here, so let's do that. Heal for 6, nice start. Because he's probably going to get... Oh, wow, he actually dodged. Because he has 0 dodge. And she has 5 dodge. I don't want to die here. Most people don't want to die down here. So if it bleeds... So that bleed damage, if he doesn't resist, there we go, you're dead. And Graveyard Slash. Wow, that's a lot of damage for this early here. So let's see if we can debuff. Debuffs and buffs are pretty important in this game, especially doing things like lowering accuracy. So let's see. I really want to take this guy out, but maybe I should Yelp, except that'll decrease my damage, so that sucked. Round 2, fight. Okay, so Tempting Goblet is a crappy ability because oh, look at that, 94 stress already. That's hilarious. So that guy's probably going to freak out before this fight's over because Tempting Goblet gives stress, and the more stress your character gets, eventually they freak out. Kind of Eternal Darkness style if you're familiar with that game. Where just they lose themselves, and sometimes it leads to positive buffs, but usually it leads you to getting screwed. Screwed by your other people. So let's see. 10 down. Round 3. Roar, adrenaline rush. Yar. Okay. As long as we don't bleed, we're okay. We're okay. And you're dead. You're not dead because lepers can't hit. You're dead because you can hit. And actually, yeah, decent. Wow. Plus 10 chance to bleed skills. That is a Hellion trinket only. It's actually a really good one. Usually trinkets will have drawbacks. Like this one has a drawback. They almost always universally have drawbacks. This one doesn't. So contents are mine as well. Cool. Money. Alright, so only 3 more rooms to explore. Let's go ahead and torch it.
In radiance may we find victory.
And we'll put you in the closet. Stash the loot instead. So 8 more crests, the one thing I don't really need. And we'll eat again, so now we're out of food. Should not get another hunger check for this dungeon because it's a short dungeon. And part of this game is managing knowing how much you actually need to take with you. I mean, that's one of the big challenges here. So now we're going to let our light kind of dip a little bit down here because we are down to... Oh, we have 2 torches. We're okay. Missing that trap sucks. Because that's... Wow, 9 damage. These traps are pretty beastly today. So this is a pretty easy encounter, as long as I don't screw it up. Of course, I am a master at screwing things up. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this leper. But he's marked. Maybe they'll just put him out of his misery and crit him. Alright, so die. Green spiders are bad because they poison and spit from range. The red spiders kind of suck because they can web and stun you. But they're not nearly as crit prone as these guys. The green ones do a lot more damage. So we will try to take these guys out 2 by 2, 1 by 1. Because they're super squishy. And unfortunately, nothing to heal there. Maybe I can just end this fight in a hurry. There we go.
This expedition at least promises
So one more room to explore. We're going to go with this one. And because it's a small area, there's probably not going to be another fight in that room. But good. Finally got to surprise the enemy. Took long enough. Alright, so let's intimidate. Because that's a positive. Alright. Seems appropriate to party heal. Because that's 7 healing for 1 action. Actually bleed you and kill you, so didn't even need to waste the debuff there, but... And I'm doing a bleed attack on things that are bleed resistant because I cannot actually hit from that row because I screwed up forming my party. You know what? Let's just focus on killing this guy. I have enough health to end this fight. Famous last words. Really famous last words. Alright. Oh, another shovel just in time. So let's hear. Who gets to open the lockbox? It's trapped. Okay, so one more room. Might as well use the torch. We have it. Up to 78, so if there's an enemy in here, probably I'll surprise it. If not, could be no encounter, and we're just done. Alright, so we're done. Success!
ruins belong to us, and we will find whatever secrets they hold.
So we got quite a bit of goodies. Still a lot of crests, but a few busts and a few other things. I really just want to do one more mission. At least one mission in the other area here, so... Eagle Eye. Wow, +3 crit. That is a very good skill for her. Creeping call. Wow. Okay, Malvin is just going to get kicked off of MILF Island here. He's got way too many maladies that'll just screw him up. So, obsessed with food. Can deal with that one. So, not only is he super stressed, but...
Our estate was the envy of this land.
New quirk, calm. Okay, so he only will meditate. Oh, no, not he'll only meditate, but... Minus 15% damage first round. That's okay. Usually it's going to be attacking things. But here we go with the town portion of the game again. And I am just going to go ahead. I'm not even going to waste my time here. You're gone. The runs, minus 10 dodge, minus 15 dodge. He will never have good dodge in his life. Get out of here. I know you came here because you've been shunned as a leper by everybody else, but just get out. Alright, so I have at least one space. May actually... be time to try and upgrade my barracks a little bit, except I don't have enough deeds. Don't have enough deeds! Need to get on that, so... Is this a good plague doctor? Blinding gas? AoE stun? I'd say that's a good one, except that he can't attack the front row. But he can do disorienting blast, which does a little bit of stuff. He's interesting. Highwayman, point blank shots. Don't really want to use that, but duelist advantage, that one's pretty good. Not as good. Reason he's not as good is I really want that. I want one of the grape shot blast or open vein just because their AoE damage is so good. So I'm getting higher standards for people. This one does have hew and chop and revenge. So this is a frontline dude. And solemnity. And yeah, maybe with the party that I have, I feel like I should get a second highwayman. I mean, I'm probably not going to be using the point blank shot too much. And I've got a pretty good assortment of frontline guys. I just really want, in case something bad happens, the blinding gas is really nice. For a lot of reasons. Ugh, tough choice. Is there anybody in my party that I feel like I can G-kick? Not really. I mean, I have some good people. This is probably one of my... Well, he has flashbang, so he's not so bad. This is probably one of my weakest people, this bounty hunter. Yeah, you know what? Let's ditch him. Bounty hunters, we can get more heroes. But he doesn't have what I call some of the key abilities here. So we'll get a second plague doctor and Lucy. I know it looks like a guy, but I promise his name is Lucy. So we'll get him up here. And the other important thing about keeping recruits and everything like this is that eventually missions will lock out and you can't bring your top people over here. So who needs stress relief? Brady needs stress relief. Or Bray. So we're going to be spending a little bit of money on that. So let's do that. Russell, you need stress relief. And that's okay. Oh, did I just... Oh, I just screwed up. I should have sent Carrot to the bar. Oh, well. Because that's the only place he'll go. Alright, so Gambling Hall. Anybody else? I mean, that's funny. I just tried to do some stress relief on him, and, well, his stress isn't terrible. He's at 38. That's manageable. Alright, so what are we going to do for our next mission here? Probably... Let's see here. You're good. Let's go ahead and upgrade you. We want to try and squeeze in an upgrade for everybody every time. And let's go ahead and get your main ability that I'm going to be using, which is your heal, up. Weakening Curse, like I said, I'm growing to like that, but we'll start with this. Weakening Curse, 67 minus 6% crit. Not really looking super worth upgrading right now, but we'll be on the lookout. Other items. Ancestral, 20% for less accuracy. Accuracy is kind of one of the key stats, though. That's a lot of money. I could put a lot of money into some of this stuff and try and make it. Let's see here. I had a Hellion only charm that's actually really good. So let's see here. That's 10% damage, 15% chance bleed skills. 10% chance on blight skills. You have some blight skills. You have more blight skills. So let's do that. No, he loses speed, but whatever. I don't need the Witch Doctor to go first. Usually I need him to go later on in here. I have a lot of busts that I'm not using, and still nothing. But I do have another boss right here. So killed the Necromancer Apprentice, which is a medium mission. Unfortunately, I don't really have time to do much more medium mission. I'm just going to try and squeeze in one more here. Do another short one. I'm going to try and bring some newbies in here this time and get some other people that I haven't necessarily gotten in as much work for. So I do feel like I do need to bring you, though. So we'll have 2 healers. And a little bit more damage. So who else can I bring that'll do a lot of heavy lifting? Probably the Jester. As fun as it would be to bring you in, I just bring in Lucy. I'll do that. So at least that way we have a few people with some experience and some new people every time. Seems like the right balance. So we're going to be clearing out some of the mobs. 8 food, 6 torches, 1 shovel, 1 bandage. Still at 1,300 gold. And once we start taking on the Necromancer and stuff in the distant and not so distant future, maybe good things will happen. Alright. Oh, beautiful. After all this time, finally a room layout that's pretty decent. And that it's just a straight line, so the darkest, not darkest dungeon. And we have an urn right away. You look like you want to look at the urn with the ashes, nothing but for the stuff. And I should upgrade my week 9. Such happy. Just updating the title just a little bit. We do not want Reynold to take things because he will steal all the time. All the time. I trust my highwaymen more than a knight of the Lord or a crusader. That says something. That says quite a bit. So, this will be a good test of my people's ability. I have 2 healers. So, I shouldn't be in that much trouble. But if they focus fire crit one of my guys down early, there's still the risk. But I haven't spent that much on provisions, so I'm alright. Alright, so please hit. No! Why would you hit? Alright, well, what's going to be best here? Probably best to just curse you. Wow, crit on the curse. That's nice. Flag. That's hilarious. Alright. Now, the other thing about the light skill that's nice is that it does up my torchlight. And it does stun, which is all very good. Zealous accusation. What the? That is a huge crit. That's really nice. Really? So, you're just a frontline duelist. That's okay. He can be in the front or the side just fine. Put you back here, though. Alright, so to the door. And here we go. Nothing yet. Next room, and we get to use our shovel. Yay! That's usually how stone works. So crate with heirlooms. I like having my highwaymen check stuff because they trigger traps and all that, or disarm traps. And still no encounters. That'll change. Probably gonna have a big run of them here in just a minute. Sack is not trapped. You can see our light fading fast. There's a trap. Cry a little bit. And let's see. Here's our encounter. And that sucked. I have my... Okay, what I want to know is, why are you so surprised by this happening? Well, let's go ahead and pull you forward. That's a good crit. Alright. Masha Vasha Vada Vada. Unfortunately, this guy's going to be wasting some turns moving up front. And really all I have is point blank shot. That sucks a little bit. But fortunately, that hit like a beast. Oh, wow. Point blank shot actually knocked me back. And you're actually getting critted like hell. We'll have to watch it. And I only have a group heal, which is not going to do me a lot of good. So if I lose a party member here, that's going to be kind of funny, but I guess kind of typical. I'm due to lose somebody, pretty much. And if I'm going to lose somebody, it's going to be in circumstances like this, where I get surprised and then everybody focus fires one person. I've had enough really good RNG to where if things go to shit here, that's just how it goes. So stun. Let's we don't want you back. What? That is not what I meant to click. Crap. Yeah, I just increased stress by passing turn, which is exactly what we do not want to do. Alright, so 3 there. They have high crits once again, so Dazzling Light on you. I'm going to say F healing right now. We can do that in a little bit. Alright, so Weakening Curse. It's probably better if I move back too. There we go. These guys can move back different areas. So now we can just focus on healing a little bit, maybe. I may have to run from this encounter, actually. And that'd be a little bit of a duddy way to end it. Okay, he resisted the heal entirely. That's terrible. Didn't resist that one, so... Kaboom. And Stunning Blow. Good enough. Usually good enough is. So, how are we doing? Not fantastic. Could be worse. Once again, it's the surprises and stuff that keep you going in this game, especially in the... I'd call what I'm in still the early game. Like, I'm having some real struggles here this run, whereas other runs in the past, the RNG hasn't been so bad. So, Warrior of Light. Light above 75, 10% damage. Pretty good, except that you're usually healing. So, bonus torch. Wow, wow, he actually didn't steal it. That's a positive. Alright, so hold up. There's probably some monsters in this next room. Nope. Alright. So last bit of scouting. Is this our last room encounter? Yes. So we don't need to do anything else other than just survive in advance and eat. And potentially double heal early. Do we want to put anyone in the Iron Maiden? We'll put her in there. Here inhales foul vapors that will probably make her... Wow, tetanus? Tetanus. Well, it's a good thing you're a healer. Wow, Mary, you're having some issues. It's a lot of debuffs. Alright, so we have the torches. Might as well light it up. And let's see what we got. One more fight. Not my favorite layout. This is actually a pretty legit one, especially if these guys get a bunch of crits going. Alright, so we need to heal up a little bit first. Did he just... Okay, he healed for 2 and resisted the bleed. Could be worse. That could have been better. Let's hit. Good. And let's hit. Good. That was a good first turn. Let's see if we don't get wrecked real quick. Because these guys, like I said, these guys are all going to hit pretty hard, except for the Bone Defender, who, now that I've said that's probably going to crit like crazy. So we're just going with the AoE. Stacking a bunch of AoE is nice. Stacking a bunch of bleed can also be nice, which is where Hellions can come in. That crit sucks. And now she's at Death's Door. Death's Door is a healer. You need a healer. You are a healer. Now the thing is with Death's Door, how the mechanic works is once you get healed, you're off of Death's Door. But anytime you get hit in Death's Door, you have to get past a death blow check. And some characters do better than others at surviving death blows. And eventually that's how your characters die, is if they hit Death's Door and then don't get saved. Alright, so not ideal. Please be a good heal. 1 heal. You know, at 1 point of damage healed is better than the alternative. But the thing is that these fights aren't necessarily getting better or easier. It's just over a long enough timeline where I've been kind of stomping through so much stuff is that eventually RNG's not going to be on my side. Like, I'm bleeding there and I healed for 1, whereas before I'd gotten bleed heals for 10. I do have a bandage, but that's going to be a net 0 gain. Death's Door again. You cannot die. We need you. And he's going to take 1 damage. Please hit. No. That would be how it goes right now. Good news is that I'm probably not going to lose my party. But at least we get a exciting finish. There we go. That's a good one. Zealous Accusation. That's clutch. And then if we can just end this one now with a stun, that'd be nice. There we go. And I don't need to worry about bandaging too much. Let's go ahead and just melee. Let's go ahead and just stabby. And there you go. Good recovery. Very glad that the dungeon is finished, though. Alright, so once again, not huge on the treasures here or everything. Did not get a lot of good loot here. Still 4,000 some gold. I'm probably gonna spend all that in stress relief. So we gotta, like I said, I've got to get other missions to open up, and unfortunately those may not open up until I take on one of the bosses. But I do have some party members that can do that, so crit is good. Mary, please don't get a bad one. Weldphobe and Photomania, so plus 20 stress there and everything. And let's see. Oh, really? Shit. So this is what happens when you try and recover stress and let people keep trinkets. Bray blacked out and misplaced the trinket Speedstone, which is actually a really nice one for her. Too bad. Okay. Really? I did not know that could happen. Russell, a healer that I actually pumped a lot of stuff into and a lot of gold into, has left in search of a holy vision, prayed and recovered 55 stress, and is no longer with us. That I applaud the developers for that. That is some rough shit to deal with. So that's interesting, and hopefully I'm gonna have to get up some other healers, because that was kind of one of my main people I was banking on, and I don't have any healers really available this week other than who I got down here. And some people are going to need to be recovering stress. So before I forget, let's put you in the... stupid caretaker is doing that already, so let's put you in the brothel, because why not? Yeah, so I can't actually heal and recover some of my people. In fact, you are having a lot of issues and may need to go to the sanatorium before long because you're running out of quirks. Will not pray or flagellate for relief. Well, hey, now we know that people can leave for visions, which stinks a little, but I still got a good group. I just have got to get healers. That's gonna be kind of one of the challenges going forward, but at least for now, like I said before, I was kind of looking at the clock previously, and for those of you that have stuck around, I appreciate it. It's been fun, but I'm going to have to end this stream for the moment, so let me just go ahead and Alt-Tab correctly, and I'll put up my little information here just so that you can see it, but otherwise, I appreciate you all sticking around. It's been fun, and if you want to check out more stuff, it is available on YouTube. This will be put up on YouTube as well eventually. But that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be cutting stream. See you all in the future. It'll probably be Starbound, or I got a request for FTL. I would like to stream some of that in the future here. But thanks for watching. Yay! Take care.